Hello, it's Karen Brewer here. I'm not a member of any political party, organisation or group, it's just me. For those that follow or friends, you will know I've been dealing with my local federal member Karen Andrews, who's the Minister for Science. She was educated at Townsville Grammar School and her father was a Order of Australia recipient, so, big old Freemason right there. Anyway, my local member Karen Andrews assured me that she has told Mr. Christian Porter, the Attorney General, that he was to write a response to me. Now, that was back in August, and it's November now, so I'm a little bit worried about Christian, as an Attorney General, he seems to be suffering from mutism, and that can't be good. As an Attorney General, you're probably required to speak, so I'm a little bit worried about you, Christian. So I thought I'd better go and have a look more closely at Christian, Well, Christian Porter, his yearly salary is $359,125. That's his salary per year, and of course that's increased every year, which is, I suppose, nice, if you're Christian. And Christian Porter, that is, so go and have a look at his maiden speech. I thought better find out a bit more about Christian. Well, I've got to tell you, folks, other than the fact that Christian had a real love for his father was Chilla Porter, and he was like the head honcho of the Liberal Party in Western Australia, Chilla was famous for jumping over a pole at the Olympics, and I'm sure that's grand and everything else, but, I got an Attorney General suffering from mutism, and parliamentary pedophile protecting suppression orders protecting the pedophiles in my parliament. So I can't have that. Now I'm sure it's all lovely that Chilla jumped over a pole, which is, I'm sure it's lovely, but I don't really care, So your maiden speech was quite disappointing there, Christian, Anyway, so you go through his maiden speech, he goes on about his Freemason dad there for about 15 pages, and then it comes to, and hinges of fate are lubricated by the collective outcome of quality decision-making. Well, you see, Christian, there's your problem. Parliamentary pedophile protecting suppression orders, that's not your quality decision-making. No. Christian, you've got to lift your game, son. You've got to lift your game. Like most aspiration decision-makers, I suffer from 3 conceits. Oh, dear Christian, this doesn't look good, son. Decision makers think they have something to offer. Christian, I'm getting worried now. They think that their ideals are well adapted to the times. Well, you see, there's your fuck up, Christian. Parliamentary pedophile protecting suppression orders are wrong. Okay? 25 million average Joe Aussies know pedophilia and incest are wrong. Okay, so you've got to do something about correcting that, son. Lift your game. $359,000 per year, over $250,000, son. Come on, lift your game. And there is a great generational conceit that something about their own time is uniquely important and worth deciding. Darling, Christian, you ain't special, son. As a matter of fact, you're a filthy spider grub. But, son, you're getting paid to do a job, you're not doing it. Now, you're going to have to write a reply. Karen Andrews instructed you. Are you a bit slow, maybe? August to November. That's awfully slow for even you, I should imagine. Educated at Hale Street School, Perth. Well-known, well-documented Freemason de Morlaix school with a big history of pedophilia. Christian. Dear, oh dear, Christian, your silence is deafening, Dales. Doesn't make you look too good. Now, he goes on, and courage will be required by this generation of parliamentarians to progress reform. Well, I'm pleased to hear it, Dales. So apparently you've got some courage. That's what your maiden speech says, we're going to be required to have this generation of parliamentarians with courage. Well, darling, you were told to write to me in August. Where's your courage? Where's your courage, Christian? I'm still waiting. Hale Street School, Perth, one of the elite schools, and you can't write a fucking letter. So we'll continue on with his maiden speech. The primary problem is not one of equity, it's one of efficiency. Now, you see, Christian, I would agree with you there. I would agree with you there, Christian. Now, what would be efficient is when someone writes to you, you write a reply. That would be efficient. When your fellow colleague, cabinet member, by the way, my local member is Karen Andrews, cabinet member, so she's a close colleague of yours. Now, when she told you to write to me, where's your courage? Where's your efficiency, Christian? Where is it? And we'll continue on. Finally, to the many people who have supported me. I mean, you know, he's got all this courage and he needs people to support him. Maybe he's a bit weak-kneed, you know. Heard a bit of that goes on in that Freemason movement, you know, a bit weak at the knees. Anyway, who have supported me, my old friends. He's got old friends, I bet you have. The campaign team, my parents, my wife's parents, all Freemasons. And the Liberal Party committee who helped me get across the line. And a special thanks to Colin Barnett. Oh dear, Christian. Colin Barnett. Ben Morton, you know, the assistant to the Prime Minister. Well, of course, you know Ben. You'd know him intimately, I should think. You know, Ben had a close relationship with Colin. Colin seems to get around quite a bit, doesn't he? Does Colin? It's a bit concerning, you know, considering you all seem to lack a bit of courage. I mean, you know, you're going to have to write back to me, Christian, because you see, darling, this is how this is going to play out. You see, you Freemasons, you think you're going to win the war so long as you all remain silent. Yeah, no, you're wrong. You see, that doesn't wash with Aussies, you know. We actually don't take too kindly to people who lie, cheat, thieve and deceive. And what happens is every day, there is another Australian that sees Senator Heffernan's Senate estimate hearing speech from October 2015. And I know that they see it because I post it every day, you see, Christian. Because this veil of silence, that's not working for me. And it's also not working for the 42,041 fellow Australians that contacted the Royal Commission for Institutional and Ritual Sexual Abuse. It's not working for them. It's not efficient. These parliamentary paedophile protecting suppression orders, it's not efficient, but it certainly does demonstrate a thorough lack of courage. So we're going to have to address that, Christian. So this I will post on your page. I do hope you see it. I'll also copy the link and send it to you in an email, Christian, because it's very important that we talk. This mutism that you've got going on's not going to wash with me, Christian. Do have a good day, and I will eagerly await your response. Perhaps you could have Bend-over Benny Morton help you draft one. Have a good day, Christian. Australia's watching you.